What's going on YouTube? BankCap24 coming back with another video for the gun spread Y slot formation scheme that we're doing in the Patriots Playbook. Today's play is going to be called PA Comebacks, and this is going to be a cover 4 over the top beater. What I like about it is there's a growing meta in which people are doing a lot of cover 6, a lot of cover 9s, which one side of the field is a cover 4. So what I like to do is I really like to establish a run game early, get them to play a lot of cover 6. Once I see that that is their main objective, I like to go to this cover 4 beater for the one play score, especially because in our playbook here we've got single back tight slots, which is a 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back formation, which the gun spread Y slot is as well. So let's show you the cover 4 beater, let's show you how it beats cover 6, and show you basically how we can scheme with it with these single back tight slots. So here we go. First thing I'm going to show you is just a nickel coverage because we're going to match the personnel. And I'm just going to base the line, and it doesn't matter if I do cloud flats or hard flats, it's the same deal. And what we're going to do with this play is we're going to put this A on a hitch, and then we're going to put the B on a curl, and then we're going to motion the curl here to the left, okay? If you can see, I actually have a different alignment here where I put my slot receiver as a wide receiver by changing up the package. It's not needed. It's just when I do this play, I like the playmaker, the A, in case it's not cover 4. And typically speaking, if you've got a wide receiver, the playmaker is going to give you the best opportunity there, especially if you're in a mutt situation because of, there's a limited amount of tight ends that have playmaker as in comparison to a wide receiver. So it's just these two. We got a hitch and a curl, okay? And what you're going to see is this actually the wide receiver is going to go over the top for the one play score with this setup here. So you're going to see here that the Y goes down the field. You're going to be able to bomb him over the top for the one play score. Just make sure you rack catch this for the easy touchdown. Now, what you'll notice here is we kind of set up a couple things. The first thing what happened when we did this is that we had some motion, right? So we motioned this guy over, and when we motioned over, this player's number 11 went to the left a little bit. So now we've got two kind of compressed sets as far as the two wide receivers are close to each other. But obviously it's not compressed because it's not close to the linemen. So you got two guys that are real close but to the outsides. What's going to end up happening here is that strong safety is not going to get its full depth. What I like to do with this is I like to have that ability to playmaker that one short player, either left or the right, depending on what the user plays, if I see that it's not cover 4. But obviously with this cover 4 bomb, you're going to be able to throw this ball over the top for the one play score. So let's go ahead and show it to you again against cover 4, just so you can see that it's consistent. And then what we're going to do after that is kind of show you cover 6, and then kind of what we do against other coverages, okay? So here this time I'm just going to put on hard flats just so you can make sure that it is consistent. I got them now base aligned. Let's make sure that I base align. It really doesn't matter with the base align. Just I do it as a habit because most people will base align for blitzes and whatnot. So again, all we're going to do is put the A on the hitch, B on the curl, move the B over to the left. Everybody kind of slides to the left, giving you a nice positioning for the wide receiver. And here we go. Got off play action, carry out the play action. Doesn't matter. You're going to see that this Y is going to be over the top. We're going to bomb it, and you're going to get that one play score. You do want to have speed in that spot. When you do switch the package to where the wide receiver goes into the slot, I think it's called wide receiver slot, the number 1 receiver goes to the Y position, and that's going to give you that ability for the one play score. Now let's go ahead and look to see, I don't have it in nickel. Let's go ahead and find cover 6, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back with cover 6, and what I'm going to do here is just going to base align. And this is the most popular cover 6 that I'm facing right now, which is your 3-4 odd. The reason why is because it's a really good run defense. A lot of people like to use it to also protect themselves from passing. So what we're going to do here is just going to make sure we have some cloud flats out there, and we'll run it this way, okay? Same exact setup. What we're going to do is put the A on the hitch, B on the curl, move him over, And again, what you're going to see against cover 6 is this Y is going to attack the cover 6 side. What's really nice about this route, when we get them to the left-hand side, it also gives you the ability to split the cover 2, cover 4 coverage and throw a pass lead to the middle. And I'll show you both examples here. So here's the first one. You'll see that this guy is going to get down the field. Same difference. Y is going to go. We're going to throw it to him over the top for the one-play score, right? Now, let me show you when against cover 2, you could also pass lead this up in order to have a success as well. So again, let's just get this defense in somewhat of a baseline. And what we'll do here is same setup as we did before. Move this guy over. Now watch what happens here with the cover 2, cover 4 coverage, where that Y is going to be able to play pass lead up. As soon as he gets up the field, now we're going to pass lead it up the field and have the same ability for the one-play score. So you don't have to go over the safety in a cover 6 with this when he is so far to the left. It's going to have a great opportunity. Now, what I was telling you before is I like to scheme this with tight slots. Okay, so I'm going to go to single back tight slots. And say I'm just going to be running here. I'm in this formation, right? I'm pounding the ball, I'm pounding the ball, I'm pounding the ball. And we notice that they're in a cover 6 alignment at a 3-4, okay? And typically what you're going to see here is when you look at the safeties on 3-4 and one of them is closer than the other, you should know that that looks like a cover 6 alignment where, see, the right safety right now is at the same depth, but if he ends up going a little bit closer, and especially when your opponent's been running cover 6, see I was a little bit closer right now, you should notice that's the cover 4 side. Go ahead and audible yourself into your spread slot, call your PA comebacks. While you're doing that, you can go ahead and put this guy in a hitch, put the B on a, what's it called, a curl, move him to the left, and then again, just go ahead and do your play. Most times people aren't going to feel like they have to change their defense because cover 6 does typically play the pass pretty well. But in this sense, you can see that you're going to have that ability, and this time I'm just going to go ahead and bomb it over the top. And you're going to have that easy one-play score by using this no matter if it's against cover 4 or cover 6, as long as the cover 4 side is on the right side of the screen. If you're going against a different cover 6 where the cover 4 is on the left side of the screen, then obviously you're going to be throwing this into coverage a little bit. And here it is again. See how this is the cover 4 is on the left-hand side of the screen? Watch how basically this would work here. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we do the same thing here. Move this guy over. And let me just make sure. See, these guys are on baseline. They're going to be out of position. I don't want to give you a different rendition of what it is. But you can see here on this cover 4 on 3-4 odd, see how that safety is above the is closer on the left-hand side than the strong safety. That should indicate that the closer side in 3-4 odd is the cover 4 side. So here we go again. Cut this off. You can see that we're going to try to attack this. The only way to attack this here at this point is to kind of throw it a little bit over that spot, but you're going to notice that it's going to be a little bit different when it comes to the gaps behind it. So just keep in mind that you do have the throw, but it's not going to be as consistent if you've got some fast players. You definitely want to attack the cover 4 side, which is the short player in cover 6, in order to have the success that you want. Now, real quick, let me just show you what I do against any type of cover 2s. If I thought it was going to be cover 4, ends up being a cover 6. Cover 2 like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to playmaker the A receiver. So again, let's move these guys over. So you're going to do it right here. And typically I'm going to playmaker him to the left. And the reason why I keep the X on that comeback over there is to hold the cover 2 coverage as deep as possible so I can get the underneath throw. So watch here. Cut off the play action. See that there. Now I'm going to playmaker in this guy to the left-hand side. And I'm going to get some good yards. Okay, so that's the only reason why I do that is if I look at the safeties, and if you can see here on instant replay, if the safeties both spread out and fan out right away. See how they both fan out and start going that way? Then I'm going to know, especially if there's a middle linebacker going deep, that it's going to be cover 2, and I'm just going to playmaker this guy over, and I have some good success. Now, you can see here with the other curl, there is opportunity to also throw it to that curl route if a user stays on that player. So let me show you basically what I mean by that. So here's the cover 2 here again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate the play right there, and what I'm going to do with this B say he is going to be your player in which is covering that player from a user standpoint. What you'll see here against cover 2 again, we're going to do the same setup. And I'm just trying to show you all your options here, just so you can kind of visualize it when you play in the game. If they do this, this is who I want to throw to, right? So here we go, cut it off. We're going to playmaker in this guy this way, and now we're going to throw the ball to that player, okay? So it's just something there. So with cover 3, guys, it's going to be a little bit different. I typically like to playmaker the guy to the right rather than the left, because as long as they play their zone as a middle linebacker user and don't get, backing up, you're not going to have good success playmakering to the inside because those 2 hook girls. One would be a user. So I do like to playmaker him right, but I playmaker him right and throw it at the same time, like really back to back, so that way you don't let them have too much of an opportunity to close in on you. So I'll show you here. Right here, you're playmakering it and you're throwing it at the same time. Okay, you're gonna get your 5 yards that way, right? Here that was against cloud flats. Here's against hard flats, and you're gonna see here very similar because there's no one to cover in the flats, right? So here we go again, hike the ball, and it's a bang bang, right? And you're gonna get your 5 yards. So it's not the most ideal with cover 3, just because of the fact that they play the zones a lot better with this route combination. But it's really I wanted to show you what you should at least think to do if you see it's cover 3 when you're anticipating a cover 4, a cover 6, or a cover 2. You got a lot more options. Cover 3, it's kind of just live another down, and kind of go that way with it. But for all means, this is something I like to call when I start seeing people that are anticipating the run. They use cover 6 as their main defense or cover 4 as their main run defense. I go to something like this, especially after I've established tight slots with a 3 wide receiver set and say, you know what, I'm going to run out of that set. So when they see that, when it pops up on the screen, they're going to cover their run defense, and we're going to torch them over the top. I want to say thank you for everybody that has watched this video all the way to the end. We do appreciate your support. If you got something useful out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It does really help us grow our channel. If you're new to our channel and haven't seen one of the videos that are on your screen right now, go ahead and check it out for some great Madden content. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.